100. Sorry? 260. Okay, 260, yeah. So it's probably about the same. But again, of course, the thing is in Wales, you know, in Las Vegas, you have 3 million people. You know, in Wales, we have 4 million, okay? 4 million people in the whole of Wales. Okay, it's not a very big country, or state, or whatever you want to call it, but it's a tiny area. And, you know, many a time I've had a conversation with Brian, and Brian said he's out this night, and this night, and this night, and he's saying, hey, Jay, how come you're not out? Well, where I live, Aberystwyth as such, you know, everyone is Davis and Reese, they're all integrated, everyone's marrying each other and shit, you know? And in Aberystwyth, you know, I mean, you know everyone. And it's the sort of place where you get someone new coming into town and they close the town because they don't know them. It's crazy. So, you know, that's where my main area of work is in Aberystwyth. And you do occasionally get people phoning you up and they want you to travel further distances. But of course, the trouble is, the way the economic situation is now, and I'm sure it's quite, this is relatively logical. Someone, say, who wants a DJ 150 miles away, they're not going to book a DJ who lives 150 miles away and have to pay the extra. They're just going to go next door and get that guy for £180, as opposed to maybe paying me £250, okay? So that's one point. No, that's one point where it is exceedingly different. Again, A1 Party DJ says, you know, over here, I mean, when you said the average is $1,200, I mean, you are really, really lucky, very lucky. Music, okay. Again, you know, when I was over here last time with Brian, he played this one track. And I remember listening to this particular track in some of his gig logs, and I just couldn't get my head around this track. And it was so surreal to see these people doing this. And what are they doing? What's that song?
The Cha-Cha Slide?
No, not the Cha-Cha.
Electric Slide.
Electric Slide, yeah. And then it was amazing to finally stand there and see them doing this. And I had to stop myself from laughing. There was just something really crazy about it. Because I'm thinking, at least the Cha-Cha Slide's got a bit of oomph. And I mean, this particular track, you know, I mean, I would play that at a funeral. I would. You know, they'd say, and the departed is leaving now, and you'd play that track in Wales, and they'd cry. So... Yeah, I know. No, but one thing I must say, I mean, the B-52s love Shaq. Yeah, and again, A1 Party DJs, he said one of his favourite tracks is the, what was it again?
Brick House.
Brick House, yeah, sorry. And I remember you asked him, well, what are the lyrics? And he couldn't think of them. Well, it's like the B-52s. I'm sure all of us DJs, you get to the stage where you play this track incessantly. You just don't even know the lyrics because it just goes, it's in one ear and out the other, you know? But from a music point of view, everything is near enough relatively similar. But what I'm really pleased about is that, for example, you know, you go into the deepest, darkest hills of Wales, and you can drive for like, I don't know, half an hour, you know, like so, and you come to this small building and you open it up, and there's like 100 people, you know, and you think, where the hell have they come from? And you set your gear up and you play all the normal cheesy charty stuff. Well, what's so cool about Wales, and this is sort of my philosophy, and originally I would play loads of, say, dance first and then the chart stuff. And the trouble is, you play the dance first, they're bored of it, they want it out of the way, and then you've just got to play chart and rubbish. Well, I don't call it, you know what I mean? It's just the normal, every sort of day stuff at the end. But then what I thought, I'm going to turn this the other way around. I'm going to give them all of the cheesy, charty, whatever to begin with, and then when they're drunk and they're pissed and they're up for it, then you just bombard them. And sometimes it's great because I've done weddings, and you know, you have the bride and groom, and sometimes they walk up to you and you know that, oh no, they're going to want rock, or they're going to, you know. And a couple of times they've gone, listen, you know, we want some drum and bass. And you go, yes! Oh, this is so good, you know? So at the end of the night, you're playing drum and bass, or you're playing techno or trance, and that's good, but what's even better is to see the aunties, uncles, nephews and nieces and grandparents getting up with it as well, you know? So again, from a point of, I suppose in a sense, music maybe, I'm not saying the American DJs should be educated about music, because you don't need to be. Maybe there's a point at which all the American DJs should think, do you know what? We should, as a collective, play this kind of music incessantly to get it into their brains. Because if you think about it, I'm thinking out loud here now, a lot of the people, which I do all the time, a lot of people, can you hear my brain? Sex, sex, chocolate, sex, chocolate, sex, chocolate. I get one of them, I don't get enough of the other. I'm not going to say which one. But I think, you see, what you've got to understand is everyone, all the people who go to your functions just listen to the radio, and the radio stations just play the same stuff all the time. And hands up here, who would like to play house, who would like to play techno, who would like to play trance? Okay, so maybe it's up to the DJ community to play this, and to play it, and again, and again, and again, and maybe it's up to you guys to play it, and know that the dance floor is going to be empty for, say, 10 or 20 minutes. But just continually do it, and I'm sure eventually it's going to happen. Do you see where I'm coming from here? Yeah?
No.
No? Okay.
I wouldn't play it if you put a gun to my head, but what is it?
Yeah, sure. No, but go on. Sorry.
More or less have clubs that are dedicated to trance,
Yeah.
or techno, or something like that, whereas it may be different.
Well, no, we do in the UK, but I think the difference is, you know, again, the irony, sort of house, you know, originates Chicago, we picked it up in the UK, and we loved it, and it grew, and then, of course, you know, where is it over here? You know, it's...
But never would have left Chicago.
No. Anyway, yeah. But, sorry?
Do you think a bride is going to appreciate you trying to make a global point in her big day?
But no, what I will say, you know, thank you for coming, all three of you. And it's cool, but very quickly, this whole DJ Tutor thing, you know, what my dream is for everyone who's involved to not sort of think, oh, it's Jonathan, but to think it's you, it's every single person out there, and you go and do your shit, and whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's a whole about, it's community, it's sharing, it's that kind of stuff. So if you've got a little idea, just do it. Just go for it. Anyway, I'm going to finish. Thank you very much.